Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Utah Jazz. Well, for Utah, they're over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. Almost ready for tip-off, but first a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked, defense. Kenny, who are the most impressive defenders in the NBA right now?
Well, defense doesn't get overlooked by championship teams, and I'm going to name some guys who either played on championship team or contenders. Kawhi Leonard, defender on the wing. Andre Iguodala, MVP of the NBA Finals, but defense was one of the reasons. And Paul George, coming back from injury. This guy was a premium defender before the injury.
Well, since you talk about the little guys, I'm going to talk about the big guys. D12, Dwight Howard, shot blocker. Most of his career still doing that pretty well. Serge Ibaka, the surge protector.
I like that.
Joakim Noah. Roy Hibbert does a great job of the verticality thing, jumping up in the rim, not really getting called a lot of fouls on him. So well, that's my pick for the big guys when it comes to defense.
Say no more.
Road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Now here's Freak. Against Indiana, he was really on his...
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Here is Hayward. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Lakers.
Yeah, and talked about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
And a wide open look for Freak. Favors with the rebound. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the Indiana Pacers.
They really impressed everybody with that comeback they had in the fourth quarter. I mean, it shocked the crowd.
I was stunned by that one, Clark. I mean, I did not see that coming. That fourth quarter performance could not have been any more different than what we saw in the first three.
Here is Durant. After the basket by Utah. From deep. And there's 3 points. The long-range shot is on target from Riley.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from three-point range.
Miles passes to Hayward. Nice D from Durant.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Freak throws it down.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Miles no good.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Here's Riley, and the Thunder another three.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's Hood. He had 19 points in the win against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Here's Favors, and that's going to be a treble. Well, if you believe that a point guard's defense is just as important as his offense, then these guys have been outstanding lately. The point guard steal leaders from the past 10 games. Fourth, Russell Westbrook.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
For sure. I mean, they wreak havoc defensively in all kinds of ways. On the ball, off the ball, in transition. Boy, this group is the complete package at both ends of the floor.
And Utah making a change here. Burks is checked in. Jazz trail by 10. Doubled by Riley to the wing on the left. Burks with it. Now defended by Freak. That's a jump ball. And so here is Oklahoma City. The Thunder leading by 10. To the middle. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Boy, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Watkins passes to Lyles. A shot by Hayward, wide open, drills it from outside.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Westbrook kicks to Freak. And oh, he just jams it right over Derek Favors. Wow!
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Hayward goes in. Back to Favors. Lyles passes to Hayward. Just 5 on the clock. From 13. Cannot hit. Westbrook with the nice D there. Oklahoma City's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I caught up with the head coach for Utah. He knows one of the hardest parts on scoring against this defense has to do with their prolific shot blocker, Serge Ibaka. He told me he's one of those guys who can get in your head a little bit because he's so mobile. You often don't see him coming. And Kevin, you add in his great rebounding and ability to hit from mid-range, and he's always an X factor for them. Back to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Freak. 10 points for him. Dishes to Durant. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Durant's got 8 points.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
They double him with Freak. Here's Burks. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 20-7 run. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here is Riley. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the night. First free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And both free throws good for Riley. Now here's Payton. He averages about 5 points a game. And that one comes up a bit short. And Kevin Durant always in the gym, always working to win them where that
comes from me being 8 years old.
Year about until he became the best player in the league. And a new group in here for the Thunder. McGarry's checked in for Ibaka. Durant comes in for JaMychal Green. Riley's checked in for Waiters. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Monte Ellis. So for Oklahoma City right now, Riley in at shooting guard. Henderson out there with Durant. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's McGarry in at the 5 spot.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless. You got it. Get the ball inside.
Westbrook dishes to Freak. Pass to McGarry. It's Henderson on the wing. 4 on the clock. Here's Riley. No good on the three. Jazz trail by 10. Now the pass to Burks. Beyond the arc. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the second quarter.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Now, Freak.
Whoa! Nasty.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
.104 left in the first half of basketball. Feeds it to McGarry. Here's Henderson.
Now we've got a moment to see how the Jazz are doing ranking-wise, Kevin. Second in opponent field goal percentage. 5th in free throw percentage. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And they've been outstanding defensively, as you can see from that ranking and opponent field goal percentage. They get after it and make everything a challenge.
Now, here's Burks. Riley covering. Burks, the pass to Lyles. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Derek Favors checked in for Hill. And here's Freak. 14 points for him. With the floater, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
To the middle, it's deflected. Now, here's Burks. Tight defense on him. Here's Favors. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Pass to Riley. Here's Westbrook. Again, the Thunder score.
And really, it looks like he may just...
And we finish one half of basketball. It's the Thunder. They lead by 13. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hey guys, listen up. We've got a good lead, but lots of basketball left to play. Our shot selection couldn't have been better. That's the first thing I'll say. I want to see the same patience and decision making in the second.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Freak. 16 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Favors is out there with Lyles. And it's Hayward, and it's Hood in at the 2. That's the group right now for Utah.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. The Thunder leading by 11. Westbrook kicks to Freak.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
In the corner, Ibaka with it. To the middle. McGarry lays it up and banks it in.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And stolen by Freak. 4-on-3 as they bring it up. And the rejection by Favors. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers was simply terrific. He finished with 31 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
Let's do this. Alarms go off when I enter the building.
I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing...
Now for the East.
And, you know, the fan voting is what will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. Riley, he's in at point guard. Kevin Love out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Harden in at the 2 guard. On the wing, Jackson. Riley covering. The drive by Jackson. Here's Jordan. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
Riley against Jackson. It's a pick by Love. Here is Riley. Leonard. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star Game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star Game. And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
Jackson with it. Now guarded by Riley. Tipped away. And here comes the break. Goes up. And he goes in for the dunk.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Here's Meredith. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
That is good.
Can't stop it. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big...
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
A great event unfolding. One quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back, everyone, to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star Game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for the West All-Stars, Riley in at point guard. Draymond Green is out there with Durant. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Davis in at the small forward position.
And you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Here is Riley. He's got 9.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Green, the screen. Outside for Davis. all alone. And it's good off the back rim and in.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
On the wing, James. Down low. Here's Lillard. No good. Great D that time from Irving. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And James drills them both. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here is Riley. Left side, Durant. Shot clock at 6. That's good. Durant's got 8.
And two teammates there hooking up on that bucket. Always a little bit of an advantage to have guys out there who know each other.
It sure is. I mean, it eliminates some of that getting to know you feeling out period.
And George with the stuff.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Oh, yeah, another turnover there. But, guys, overall, they've taken really good care of the basketball.
Curry's checked in for Damian Lillard. And Wall kicks to Anthony. And Davis pulls it down.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Riley gets it to go.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
And the East All-Stars. Millsap's checked in. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists tonight.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And, Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Irving passes to George, and he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 4 this quarter.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
And they double him up with LeBron. Wall wide open. And a miss there on the triple.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Green against Irving. Kicks it to Wall. The 17-footer. And he gets it to go.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
So for the West, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Green. Love comes in for Kevin Durant. 1:44 left now here in the second. Here is Riley. He's got 15. Leonard with a screen on Batum. Riley kicks to Leonard. Pass to Riley. From deep three-point range. The shot misses. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. from the baseline. And that's collected by Love. And the West All-Stars have possession. They've led by as much as 10. And the basket good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And here's Jackson. Here's Jordan. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Riley against Batum. Curry attacking. No good from 18.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Jackson kicks to Batum. Clock at 6. Jordan dishes to Batum. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And now it's only a 5-point West All-Star lead. And here's the West with the ball. Pass to Riley. Curry, a screen on Batum. Riley passes it to Curry. That's good. Curry's got 7 points.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's...
And so we wrap up the first half. It's the West All-Stars up by 7. And join us right... And welcome back to the second. And the East with some changes. Chris Bosh is checked in for Paul George. Antetokounmpo comes in for LeBron. And it's Kemba Walker in for Irving. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Durant. Harden comes in for Damian Lillard. And it's Riley in for Steph Curry. All out there with Kemba Walker. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Chris Bosh. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to be on John Wall. The West All-Stars have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for the chosen one. 18 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
Here's Meredith. The West All-Stars pull it in. Harden the pass to Riley. Walker with some nice D.
The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
Doubled by Riley. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And they turn it over. Stepped in the line that time.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Jackson, he's checked in for Anthony. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the West. DeRozan comes in for Gordon Hayward. They set the pick. Over to the left wing. The pass to Riley. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Riley. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the East. .125 left in the third quarter. Harden kicks to Leonard. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
DeRozan's shot is good. And now it's a 12-point West All-Star lead.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
To the paint, and stolen by Cousins. It's DeRozan with the drive. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Jackson. Clock at 6. Here's Meredith. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And the West All-Stars have possession. Passes it to Riley. From deep. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Just when it looked like the third quarter was over, they go and do that. They pin 3 more points on the lead in the cruelest of fashions.
Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Riley, he's in at the point. Durant is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Green in at the 5. Got a piece of it. Now George. Now the dish to James. Back to George. Anthony down low, defended by Durant. Wall's shot is off. And the West All-Stars with possession. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Anthony dishes to Irving. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And it goes on Draymond Green.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Wall passes to Anthony. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Anthony's got it back down to single digits for the East All-Stars.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
Now, here's Lillard. Left side Durant. Pass to Riley. Launches it. It's hauled in by LeBron. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Riley can't hit. 3-on-3. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Davis, the pass to Riley. He kicks to Durant. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. That's good. 7 points for Draymond.